Welcome to Scaling Right, brought to you by the Artha School of Entrepreneurship. I'm Mangalam Maloo, and this is a podcast where we talk to founders about building sustainable companies and the many ways to get there. An undeniable pillar of successful businesses are the passionate teams behind it. The idea may be the lifeblood, but the person who comes up with it is the driving force behind it. Assembling a team of visionary individuals is not just a necessity, but it's the catalyst that helps turn your business and your big dreams into reality. Success, as they say, is never always a solo journey. In fact, it is a collective effort. The big question is, how do you go about that? Well, so to chat with me about this, today we have with us Senu Sam, who's the co-founder and CEO of MyKare Health. It's an incredibly interesting business. Why do I say that? Because he's helped healthcare facilities go from making 5 lakh rupees revenue per month to almost 1 crore rupees per month within a year. MyKare Health aims to capture the $80 billion effective surgery market by providing highly skilled surgeons seamless care at a 30% less cost. Hospitals make more money, patients pay less. How can this be a bad business? MyKare Health was also recently selected as the winner of the FICCI TNIE Healthcare Startup of the Year. Hearty congratulations to Senu and his team. I can't wait to get started with this episode. Senu, thank you so much for joining in. MyKare Health, to put it crudely, it comes across as the Uber/Oyo/Airbnb of hospitals.
Absolutely.
Would that be the right reading? And how did this idea really come to you?
Thank you for inviting me. I'm Senu, the founder of MyKare Health. When my father was undergoing a surgery in the COVID time, I had to fly down to where my father is. It's a tier 3 city. I had to take him to the nearby hospital. And being in healthcare for 13 years, working only in the premium hospitals, the reality of taking him to the tier 3 hospital in nearby my house, right from identifying the doctor, these places, the doctors might not even available in any of the Google platforms to know what is the qualification, how many surgeries he has done. Right from there, reach into a hospital, pillar to post, we had to run around for an insurance clearance. Most of the hospital I visited does not have an insurance counter. From there to somehow meet the doctor for 5 minutes, suggested the surgery, admitted the father, and the day of discharge, there is no clarity what reality of that, what they given the price and the discharge time. Somehow, because I was having money, so I paid it and came back to the house. Next to, I think, almost 1 week, my father was continuously asking for pain or anything. But he don't want to go back to the same hospital because of the fragmentation he has gone through, the complete treatment journey. So look, this surgery is the most important thing in his life.
Right.
But the process which he has gone through is unforgettable because the pain is, look, they're coming with pain.
Right.
And until unless we have to be a compassionate there.
Yeah.
It is good. And I'm seeing not only my father, thousands of patients waiting there, the middle class or the middle lower class is going through the same fragmented process. That's the reason. That's the touching thing has happened to me in my personal journey. I saw it should not be because everything we have experienced, the world has moved, customer preference has moved on.
Right.
So why not in healthcare and especially in surgeries?
That's typically the story of every founder who's made it big. It is usually a personal problem and then they see some solution to it, which they eventually try to scale it and bring it to society itself. What were you doing before that? I believe you had a tea shop or something.
So look, I've been in healthcare for 13 years. I started with Apollo at the Greaves Road, which is the headquarters of Apollo Hospitals. Then I was working in a couple of other brands and finally I was a vice president in a healthcare brand. And I want to start something. I don't know, because the 2014-15, the startup down south, it is not that famous. Means if you're in Bangalore, you might be heard about many of startups. But being in a Kerala or Chennai, it was very new to us. So I want to start something, but I don't know how to start. Startup word was not available in front of us. So I know tea shop because there are a lot of Nair tea kadai, it is called in Chennai. Because all the areas you can see coffee shops. The
Yes.
filter coffee, might be cafe coffee days and everything. But there is no branded tea shop. Then I thought, look, why not make it a experience area where it can be providing very good quality tea, and let's start from there because I don't know what problem to solve, but this is a good business. Let me start from there. And I just started from that.
You started a tea cafe and that started
Yeah,
to
I
do well.
started one and then learned from that. That helped me to get into this circle of founders because I become a founder for one, whether it is a scalable business or not, I become a founder. So that gave me access to other founders. From there, we'll get connected and started getting more wisdom of building a company.
Well, that's incredibly unique about you. You know, you look for opportunities where there are none, and you also look for important gaps. Say, for in the northern part of the country, there are a lot of chai shops, not as many coffee shops, which is why those who made it big via selling coffee in a great atmosphere. But you always were sure that, you know, in the southern part of the country, there were more kapi, as they say, filter kapi shops, etc. And you, found the space in tea and did that as well. And then after that, you moved to healthcare. But, you know, the big question is that every person starts off alone. Business or life scales with people coming together. How was your experience in building this team? And would you call, your current team a dream team? How do you go about something like this?
So look, I've been in healthcare, which I said, for 13 years, or like a professional working atmosphere. There are a lot of things I was missing as an employee. I can say a royal bonded labor. Working for someone, we are a labor, but a royal bonded labor. So there are a lot of things was missing. And when I started from tea shop, then I started a fertility center, then moved to building MyKare Health today. The first member to everyone, what I want to make sure that what I missed or what I was expected to be as an employee, what the respect or the love or the memories. Look, you are spending your good amount of time building some company, and if there is no memories for you, look, if I ask you what is the last memories in your life journey, you will tell the college time. That's the most beautiful time. You remember that. But why are the maximum time you are spending in the work environment? Nobody is remembering that. So when I put a team, the first thing I kept is that they, even if they work even for one day, they should remember that. Creating memories for them, that should be the atmosphere we should create. They should not feel they're working, they should feel they're leaving. So that was the first dream. That's a dream because that's a dream I want to be.
Yeah.
And I, some or the other reason, I was not got that the complete experience. So I thought, okay, let me make sure the team which I'm forming, my dream should go there and they have to come in that way.
That's a great saying that whoever comes to my organization should feel like they're living and not working and all of that and stuff. But that's a lot of higher order thinking. At the end of the day, it's a business. You have to run that business. So you have to look for people with certain skills. You have to look for people with certain expertise. How do you balance the difference between, a person who's extremely passionate versus a person who's extremely skillful and is needed for the job? How do you reduce that friction from early startup passion to, say, as you scale, reducing that friction of skill, expertise, and all of that? How do you build a team is basically what we are trying to figure.
So the team, as I look, when you say the differentiation, I can clearly say, considering the company employees as a family or a team, I'm not telling it is a family. I just want them to create or leave their time there with memories. At the same time, we make sure that they are forming like a team, which like a football team or a cricket team. They individually has to perform. And that does not mean that they cannot have relationship, they cannot have memories. Even Sachin was spending his maximum time for it. So they should perform as a team, which like they're going for a World Cup, they should be prepared. They should blindly pass by closing the eyes, the ball, and they should know that Messi will be there near to the goalpost. That's the amount of trust each employee should have for the others. So that's the concept. I just want to take a step back and tell you, not like a family of team which we are building, which as a World Cup team. That's the team which we are building. The second, the question which you asked, the building the dream team. Look, we in the initial days, I'll tell you, there is a two phase. One is the initial days and then it's a scaled phase. The initial days, I have only one thing, which is a dream. That is the only thing I can sell to them. And so this dream of what I am building, I was started selling. It's not only I have to pitch to investors. It's not only I had to pitch to customers. I had to pitch to the people who are coming and joining with me. I still remember the first employee which I pitched. I think almost 2-3 days I was continuously for 1 hour I was talking to him to come to my office. And I was having only one bench with 100 square feet space with 2 chairs, and my co-founders were sitting there. This fellow was somehow in the impression like searched might be in the Google office and coming to, because startup culture, he might be thinking
Right.
this is a Google office. He came to my office and see two wooden desk and bench, and there is no reality. And he ran away from not joining with our company. So building the dream team, one is that selling the dream to
Yeah.
them, what I am building, because that's only, I don't have any canvas to show them. So only the vision which in my heart, even from my co-founders. The team started from my first co-founder to the second co-founder to the rest of the team.
Right.
So the same thing, I started telling the what we are to reach, what is the broken piece I have seen in India, and how much important it might not. This is a large problem which we are solving, which is not going to solve only in my generation. Might be generations it required to solve it. So when we show that, when I convey it in the right manner to them, they get excited for it. So the people who are that healthcare as a passion, as a mission, they started joining with me to solve it. And that's how the team has to come together to build MyKare.
So if I had to explain it, you used the personal brand of the founder and of course the inspiring story of your vision, etc., to attract the first bunch of people in the early stages of startups, when it is typically not very easy to attract a lot of employees. Just like you said, you have to pitch to customers, you have to pitch to investors, you also had to pitch to employees themselves. But what about things like, pay structure and incentives? Do you have to pay more when they're joining a startup? How do you monetarily inspire them to be a part of your business?
No, we need everyone, everything. Like pay structure is, look, I'm not telling overpay or a good pay. Fair pay should be there. But most importantly, the first phase of the company means, which is with this before the scaling part, they have to come to what we are trying to solve. What is the problem? If they are also able to see the depth of the problem, what I am seeing, and they are also got inspired to solve it, that is the people I started picking up first. Because okay, then we'll look, if they are giving the importance to rest of anything else, that's a no for me for to take, because that will not work. Because they have to come, because we don't know what is the solution. I don't know. I know the problem. So solution we are trying to figure out together. So they have to stay calm. If they're only coming for a benchmark of salary or only career growth or everything, only these things, it will not work. So initially it was very tough to find out, but fair pay. It should be the incentive structure. All this is coming not on the 0 to 10 employees of the company, but from 10 to the scale means the next stage, the phase 2 or the 10 to 20 stage. Okay, let more people coming. Now we have a clear, okay, this is the solution we are going to build. Now this is the target we have to achieve. Then it's more and more things will come. But initially, I'm telling you 0 to 1, it's more on a vision. They see the depth of the problem and they got excited. They also want to part of it to solve it. That's the only thing. Then it will come to, okay, fair pay. Then the incentive. Incentive is just that, okay, we kept a certain target, and that target, if they are going above, because up to target 100% salary is for 100% target.
Yes.
So if they're doing more, definitely they should be also, because they're supposed to do only 100, they do 101. So
Yeah.
that one, they should not feel. But I worked 13 years, there is nothing like that. Like you doing more, it's good. You do it continuously. That's what I expected. You're supposed to do it. That's the result I used to get from my boss. But here we make sure that the more, any success more we are getting, it's also passed to them and they should also benefit.
So basically, you learned from what not to do as an employer in your days of working a corporate job, and then you employed, or rather deployed, all of that when you started your own business to ensure that all the employees are treated just the way you wanted to be treated when you were an employee. That's pretty interesting. But despite best intentions, what happens is that sometimes there are people who unfortunately leave the organizations for multiple reasons, for their own dreams, etc. as well. How do you ensure that this exit is amicable? There is no bitter feeling. Can your alumni also be your champions? Because ones who've worked at MyKare, once they leave MyKare, if they have great things to say about the company, there's no better advertising than that.
Absolutely. Look, we are a company which we are very focused on respect, love, and make sure that they work as a coordination. And from the day one, two things. One, the people when they resign, how we are, when they're joining day, how we given them a welcome card, welcome kit, warm welcome, all these things. The same feeling they should have on the exit day also.
Right.
Okay, when they put the paper, we should not start treating them like a criminal. Okay, they are resigned, they are going to join my competitor. Then today onwards, I will not talk to them. That should not be the attitude. How they came, that the same way we should make sure that they are also going out from. So we make sure if some seniors or anybody in the companies, we make sure we sit with them, we talk to them. First of all, we seen a lot of employees resign from MyKare. Even right now when I'm coming in my car, one of the employee resigned 3 months back. He's asking, sir, can I come back and join? Even recently around 6 months, we've seen a lot of people which has gone. They are not able to adjust with the other company's culture, but because we kept as high expectations.
So if I had to put you on the spot, what is your current strength of employees? What is the attrition rate? And what is the rate of people coming back from the ones who left?
So we have our 150 to 160 people right now. The attrition rate is on two factors. One, they as a family might be shifting, or they are completely relocating, or some other family scenario. If I move that, the attrition rate, it will be very less, like 10 to 20% max. That's the attrition rate right now. Because most of the people are still together when we started building.
You're headquartered in?
Kerala
itself. So does that prove as a bit of a barrier to attracting high quality talent? Because, in the industry that you're in, a lot of people would probably want to be in the metros where they do have, better opportunities of life, and also things that, the sense of security that, okay, I'm in Bangalore right now or I'm in Mumbai right now. Does that prove a bit of a problem?
I think after COVID, all this thing has been moved.
Okay.
I think people from Kerala or South was supporting from Kerala, I think spread across, because a lot of startups were building in Bangalore and Delhi, so they went and supported there. The Byju's, too many, they started going to other state and started building from there. But now the situation is changed. Kerala itself is having an amazing opportunity. Government has come up with Kerala Startup Mission to encourage people to come back and start there. So the thing is that these talents which were going to Delhi, getting 30,000, spending up to 20,000 to room rent and all the climatical change there, now they got their own hometown. There is so these people are coming back because the talent, there is no shortage. And the best benefit is that because I don't have much competitor in Kerala, nobody is going to poach my people from there and go back. Because if I start in Bangalore, every other door, the competitor will be there to take my team. But Kerala, we brought back all the people from Bangalore, from Delhi, all the people from South who are working there. We told them, come back. We have started here. Why can't you come back? So they will earn more. The best talents are coming back. And it's a good win-and-win situation for everyone. And for us also, it's good because the cost of starting in a less competitive area is better than starting in Bangalore or and we can save time of traffic.
That's an incredible way to put it. I mean, you give anyone in the metros the lure of no traffic, they are on. If you had to, define 3 attributes of a great employee, if you have to say, take interviews of employees, what are the 3 basic parameters that you judge your potential employees on?
I will put myself, I failed in degree first year. I failed in degree second year. If degree first year in Kerala University, I failed a couple of subjects with 0 mark. Only few people who failed degree first year with 0 mark in the mark list. The mark list is in my Facebook. Wow. It's not faking. So from degree first year failed, degree second year failed guy, become the vice president of one of the larger institute in India for healthcare. That journey is only one thing, that fire to do something in my life. And that's the same thing I look somebody sitting. I will not look which institute or anything. Will this guy, if I give a chance, going to go and get it done? And that's the guys you have to go, because that guys you will not get it from anywhere. Because I put myself, okay, if I come from a tier 3 village of Kerala, from there, even now big educational background, and went to go somehow with all the effort get into Apollo. From there grown, from a executive, intern to executive, to a vice president level. If I can grow in 13 years, it's only one thing, that fire. That's one thing I will also look in my team who is coming in. They are, in their eyes, we can see that they will be coming with, give me this opportunity, give me a chance, let me prove it for you. That's the guys we will be taking. And they will do exceptionally well. I've seen that sales guys, if I take these type of guys, if I give 100 as a target, they will always do 150. They will not work for 100.
Right.
And they will not give me rest. They are coming every day. If I'm in my office, they'll come, sir, I done 102, 103. They are excited more than 100. They are not excited, I reached 80, I reached 90. They can't settle down with that, because this is a chance for their life to prove that I am also worth and I am also good. I can also do incredible work if you give me a chance.
So I asked you for 3 attributes. You've just given me one. You said that one is enough for everything else. You just need fire in the belly.
Yes, that fire. That look, rest everything can be. We can. What else I can say? Rest everything we can.
Add to that employee. So let me ask you this a certain way. When you were, say, a 10 employee company to what you've become right now, how do you promote employees? Do you look at hiring for senior positions as the company grows? Do you look at promoting your existing employees as the company grows? Or do you look at upskilling your current employees as the company grows? Because not everyone has the skills to lead a large company as against what they had when it was a smaller company. So do you want to upskill your employees? Do you want to promote? Or do you want to hire for specific roles? How does that come about?
Always
in the scaling
upskilling
journey?
the employees for the areas which we already have. If you start a new area which is not, there is no upskilling opportunity or any team is not available, okay, then we have to start a new vertical. Okay, then we need to start from ground zero to take one guy on the top, then start building the team around it. But if a team is already there, is mostly from upskilling, because they knows the things, they knows the nitty-gritties, and they can read our mind, they knows what we are expecting. So the time, like for 3-month training, a new guy coming into, then we have to test that whether the frequency is working or not. All this is taken out, because these guys are with us, build it, and there is no limitation to give them more chance to them to do it, and it's always upskilling.
And that motivates the current lot as well, because if one person is promoted and upskilled from the same group, everyone else feels that, okay, they stand that chance too. How do you upskill your employees? Do you enroll them into different courses? Do you teach them separately? Are there any coaching sessions, etc., that happen at your organization?
So mostly it is, in the era of this the podcast and everything, enough of things we will be available in the digital world. So we will, rather than sending them to a specific course, it is good them to go through the free library of YouTube, teach them, give them the enough of, we will give them the specific sessions, go to this guide and learn it. And even myself, even if I go to gym, I am not going to any other premier institute to upskill myself. I'll go to a gym, get into treadmill, put a quality podcast, listen to that. 1 week gym, 2 things. One, I'll upskill myself, my brain and my talent, and I'll also reduce my weight. Both will happen in the same time. So for the team also, we will tell them where to get this informations, and encourage them to automatically do it, because if I send for a course, they'll go and sit there for a certain period, listen so many things in their brain, come out, and 5 days, even the notes will not be open for next life.
Right.
But encourage them to self-do it. Where is the course available? Where is the materials available? Encourage them to do it. Then automatically they will pick up that as a quality, and they'll continue it. So that's the main thing we'll do as a upskilling right now.
Well, Senu, it's been a pleasure speaking with you. What exactly is the size of your current business right now, if I may ask you?
We do a $1 million business, which will in next 2 months or 3 months we will be reaching. 6 months we are going to reach a 5 million ARR business.
So how does it feel when you look back, a person who started selling tea and now is doing a $5 million business?
You can tell a person who has failed in degree from there to tea. So I feel 2 things. One, when you want to do something, don't stop, just start. You might not get complete clarity, complete roadmap you might not have in front of you. But what you see, you start walking. The more you walk, you will get more clarity. The more clarity will give you more wisdom. That more wisdom will help you to move forward again. So if at all you want to do something, just start. That let it fail or success, let it come in front of us. But I'm so proud that I had done it. And always in my life, if I failed and if I sit back in home, I'm not going to good. I'm from a tier 3. Nobody is going to help me. No godfather. If I'm going to sit and cry, I used to cry I will be crying for lifelong. But I always want to push. And this is another era for me as to build a company. I'm enjoying it. Today, even whatever if I'm anything which is leaving from me, one thing I will be more painful is leaving my team, because we become so close that even tomorrow another company we start also, we want to make sure the same team should be there. Even a second life is there also. We all feel like that because we enjoy what we are solving, and we want to solve it for the people of India, the middle class people of India, and they should get the care in healthcare. That is what missing for them, and we want to put that care back to healthcare.
More power to you, Senu. Thank you so much for joining in. And as you can, hear from what Senu had to say, building your team isn't just about finding the right people. It's about finding the people with the right passion. A team aligned with a shared dream can actually move mountains, as Senu has exemplified multiple times in our conversation. So let your team be your wind beneath your wings on the path to success. Your team is your superpower, so choose wisely and let them join you when you tune into the next episode. Until then, it's me, Mangalam Maloo, signing off.
IVM.